All right, thank you. And we'll swing over to Mr. Wills to give us a little update about your department, something unique and wonderful. And just so everybody else knows, we talked about it, and we know we're going to go a little bit longer than 3 minutes because you're showing a little clip.
Yes, hopefully not too much longer. Okay, well, thank you. And tonight I want to share with you some information on the Corona Road Race. Harold Osmer, who is the host of a web series called Where They Raced, has offered his expertise and some of his connections within the racing community to help us in the preparation of the 100th anniversary of the Corona Road Race, which is coming up on September 14th. And we have a video clip to show.
In 2003, I was out at Grand Boulevard in Corona with the TV show California's Gold. Bill Hauser was out there. We managed to bring a couple of cars out, a couple of vintage race cars, and we drove around. We're out! Whoa! Hey!
Well, the founders of Corona were interested in developing the area. Once the citrus industry had gotten underway, they wanted to bring more people. Real estate was the big reason. And the way to attract people to an area is you get press. And the way you get national press and the teens was to hold an auto race. Now, of course, now you can't just hold any old auto race. I mean, they were already racing at Santa Monica and Agricultural Park and these other places. So what they did was the city founders raised up $10,000 as prize money, which was the largest purse offered outside of Indianapolis at the time. And that attracted the likes of Barney Oldfield, Ralph De Palma, and Terrible Teddy Tetzlaff.
And they raced around the circle. That was the raceway.
Exactly right. And they saw the success that other places in Southern California were having with holding races. They figured they could do it here too, and they did.
Now, was racing big in California, or was the Corona race one of the first big ones that really got a lot of people's attention?
Well, there was a half a dozen or so sites of races in California that drew huge crowds. Corona was one of the first and one of the biggest. You can imagine this town had a population of 3,500 people, and in 1913, with no radios, no telephones, no TV, and no publicity, they held a race and 100,000 people came. It's just amazing.
Hey! Harold! This is very exciting.
I tried to tell you, Yule, man.
You weren't even going that fast, and yet you really got the sense of what it must have been like here.
Oh yeah, and this is on pavement. Imagine what it would have been like on dirt going 100 miles an hour out here with a whole bunch of other guys.
Now, these races took place in 1913, 14,
and again in 1916.
So, as we can all see, the road race was an important part of Corona's history. And we're hoping in some of those, in that video you saw some of the vintage race cars. We're hoping to be able to secure one of those to put it into the City Hall lobby area. And we're still working on that, but we're hopeful that we can do that. In addition, there's some upcoming events like the Vintage Home Tour and the library's photo contest, which will have themes that will honor the 100th anniversary of the race. The event itself will include a ceremonial lap and parade around the historic Grand Boulevard. It will also feature, we'll be also featuring a spectacular car race, or car show, excuse me, that will take place at City Park, which is also celebrating its 100th anniversary. So the level of interest is definitely building, and we're really excited by the support that we're receiving, and we're looking forward to having an exciting celebration. There is another event that I want to highlight real quick, if I could just put a quick plug in for, speaking of celebrations coming up, and that's with our 4th of July. I'm pleased to announce that our department received the California Parks and Recreation Society's Award of Excellence for Marketing Communications for our July 4th marketing campaign. We're very proud of that honor, and we are working very hard to make this year's event the best it's been. So I want to just let you know about that award that we received. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing about the award. That's really exciting, and I'm glad you brought it to the forefront. So thank you for both stories.